Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Way 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle. I just want to do a live streaming update here. We are on social media. We are on the Way 31 Storm Tracker weather app, the news app, waytv.com on our website. Just want to give you a little update as to what's going on weather-wise this afternoon. Some of you out towards the shoals may have moments ago gotten an update that there was a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued. So just going to kind of walk you through what we've got going on storm-wise this afternoon, kind of what we're expecting for the rest of today, and if there are any huge concerns in terms of severe weather out there. But we'll get you started here with the latest that we are looking at on 31 triple Doppler. This is the wide view that we've got across the area. And it has been, yet again, another afternoon of pop-up showers and thunderstorms here across the Tennessee Valley. Most of these are not going to cause too many problems. They're summertime storms. Yes, they're going to contain some heavy rainfall, some frequent lightning, perhaps some gusty wind as well. But unlikely we're going to have anything that's going to be real significant in terms of severe weather here across the area. But you are going to have to watch out for a couple things out of these. Number one, we're going to have to be monitoring for the possibility for some strong gusty winds. That will be the reason for any severe thunderstorm warnings that are issued. In addition, there's going to be heavy rainfall. Now, the good news is most of the storms are moving, so any sort of flooding threats are probably going to be fairly localized. It's not like we're going to have rain that's going to persist and sit over one area for a long period of time. So if we do have some flood alerts that come out, it's just going to be for maybe a quick 2-3 inches of rainfall falling in one given location, and then likely it's not going to be anything more significant than that. But let's kind of get in here. We'll take you out into the shoals first. Again, severe thunderstorm warning did pop up here for parts of Colbert, Franklin, even a little bit of Lauderdale County. Let me show you the particulars on this. This goes until 4:15, and again, it does impact much of northwestern Alabama. So let's kind of track this all out for you, show you where this is going to be headed. You can see the heaviest storm activity right now is showing up here across western parts of Colbert and the northwestern corner of Franklin County. Again, the primary threats out of this are going to be winds maybe up to 60 miles per hour. That puts it just at the threshold of a severe thunderstorm. And perhaps some smaller hail as well. Indications here, maybe some penny-sized hail. So we'll take a look at that as we go along. This line is moving its way off to basically the east and the northeast. Let's see, running about 25 miles per hour. So let's track it out for you first, and we'll show you where this is going to be headed. And there you saw the latest update. So let's kind of track this out, get off to the north and east. Russellville, it may just miss you, although it'll be a close call. If you're in the Florence Muscle Shoals area, you are more likely to be impacted, but Russellville, this could dip down into your location as well. So here's the time of arrival of this line of storms. It is packing quite a bit of lightning, I'll say that, along with heavier downpours, and we'll look at some of the other potential threats out of this as we go along here. But into Sheffield by 3:41. If you're in Florence, around 3:45 or so. In the Muscle Shoals area, in the vicinity of the Northwest Alabama Regional Airport, 3:56. Lister Hill, 4 o'clock. Littleville around 4:03. Leeton around 4:16. And the Elgin area around 4:24. Again, this is going to have the potential for some strong wind, in addition to the heavy rainfall and the frequent lightning. Let's take a look here at hail potential first within this thunderstorm. And not a real strong signal. Looks like a little hail core showing up here right on the Colbert and Franklin County line. This would be a little south of Minot, in the vicinity of Pleasant Site. So that's about all we're seeing hail-wise, so I really don't think that is going to be the big issue. But as we take a look here, let's get a look at what some of the winds are doing in this thunderstorm. Certainly, and I will stress here, no tornado potential. The mid to upper level winds are just too light to support any sort of rotating thunderstorm activity, so that's not a concern out of this. for any of you that are worried about that. But, you know, maybe a couple pockets of some stronger wind here. This is the wind velocity that we're looking at. We're using the radar out of High Top in Jackson County. Let me get just a different perspective here. This is our live radar out of Muscle Shoals, again showing that line of storms, leading edge of it, now running right along Alabama 247, so that's where things start to go downhill, and again gets a little bit worse from there. And a quick look at some of the wind here inside the thunderstorm. You know, nothing that's jumping out at me that says that we have anything crazy strong wind-wise. Just a reminder what the colors are. The greens are towards the radar, which is in Muscle Shoals. The reds are away. Again, nothing concerning in terms of tornado potential, rotating storms. That's just not to say on our radar with anything that's out there this afternoon. So that is some positive news. But again, there may be some pockets of some stronger wind that could potentially develop within this thunderstorm as it continues to track in across the area. Otherwise, let's kind of show you the bigger picture, what we got going on. Again, we have the one severe thunderstorm warning issued for parts of Franklin, Colbert, Lauderdale County. That does include areas from Florence. And again, you may get clipped in Russellville, although it's possible this may stay just to your north. So we've got that going on in the northwest corner of the state. We also have a fairly robust storm here on the the Lawrence and Morgan County line. This one is near Moulton. It does extend just to the west of Decatur and Hartselle. This one also, as I put it into motion, you're going to see it's moving generally to the northeast, likely about that same speed, around 25 miles per hour. So if you're in Hartselle, even if you're in, we'll say southwest Decatur, you are very likely hearing the thunder. This will be tracking northeastward. If it holds together, might come through the Huntsville area. Right now, this will be pushing into Decatur about 3:36, at least the heaviest rainfall, the most frequent lightning. That'll be the time of arrival. Some rain will arrive prior to that. Somerville around 4 o'clock. If you are in Huntsville, this is for downtown Huntsville, about 4:34. And then into the Moores Mill area, northeast Madison County, between Winchester Road, Moores Mill area up towards Newmarket, coming up around 4:50. Again, that's if this one holds together. And again, this is a fairly robust storm, producing quite a bit of lightning. Show you a quick look at that. This will be within that box in the last 30 minutes, 134 cloud to ground lightning strikes. So this one is a healthy storm. It is typical of what we get here in the summer season. Again, not severe at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it in case it gets a little bit more organized and perhaps poses a threat for some strong gusty wind. And if you're over here in Sand Mountain, it's not a whole lot happening for you. There are some showers that are just now starting to get going. Parts of Marshall County there north of Boaz, west of Gunnersville, west of the lake, out towards, let's see, what's out that way? Union Springs area near Arab, the Union Grove, sorry. Back towards Arab. A little south of Lacey Spring. Again, that'll be working its way off to the north and to the east. And there is a little bit of activity in parts of Huntsville right now. Going over Montesano, actually coming down the backside of the mountain there on 431 Governors, close to Dug Hill Road. And then over Chapman Mountain right now, it's kind of a slow go. See the heavier downpours showing up over there on the backside of Chapman Mountain. Around the Shields Road area, again, Moores Mill Road. Just some thunder and lightning out in this direction, nothing that severe. But if you know anyone traveling along Highway 72 between Scottsboro and Huntsville, right now they're probably not enjoying their drive too much with quite a bit of rainfall showing up there. But again, nothing that's too extreme in terms of storm activity. Again, our strongest storm does remain out here back into the shoals, where we have that severe thunderstorm warning in the yellow box. Also have some heavier storms western Lauderdale County. This is going to be out towards the central community a little east of Waterloo, a little east of Wright, but out here, Sullivan Crossroads, Gravelly Springs, Johnson Crossroads. We'll have to watch this area, Lauderdale County. Sometimes can be prone to a little bit of flooding on some of the county roads out here. So just be aware of that as well. There is a flash flood warning that is in effect just outside of our coverage area, but in Lawrence County, Tennessee, from St. Joseph to 5 Points, the green box that you see there, that is a flash flood warning. So again, those are the kind of the primary hazards that we are monitoring. Some gusty wind, heavy rain, frequent lightning, maybe some localized flooding. Widespread severe weather is not expected. Let me give you a little bit of a camera tour. This will be our Thompson Roofing and Construction Sky Cam out of Muscle Shoals. Looks like we're dry there at the camera site at the moment, but you see the dark clouds off in the distance. That is the storm activity coming on in from the western parts of Colbert County. This is the view from Guntersville right now. You can see, again, looking back west of Guntersville towards Union Grove, where we do have some scattered shower activity back towards Arab. See the dark clouds off in the distance there. Another view here is just from Decatur. Again, awaiting some heavier downpours that'll be coming into town there shortly. So most of what we got on our cameras right now, I'll show you our camera here off the top of, actually this is our, I know it's labeled Montesano, but this is actually our camera looking from Calhoun Community College, U.S. Space and Rocket Center. There has been some rain there, obviously, along 565 a little bit earlier. Let me do a quick look here. Just a reminder, if you have some questions, comments, you can always put those if you are watching here live on Facebook or on YouTube. Feel free to ask some questions. Otherwise, we'll do another quick recap here. It's going around the different platforms that we're streaming on. Headed on over to the Way 31 Facebook page just to check some of the comments here. Just a lot of people checking in. Danville, thanks for the report, Philip. Heaviest of the ranges passed. Lots of lightning. Yep, certainly we're seeing that. And actually, let me pop the radar back up as I go through the comments. And there's a lot of people checking in. Thunder off of Shields Road. Shaking the house. Last check. Let me head on over. We stream on YouTube as well, if you did not know that. Way 31 has a YouTube channel. So we're trying to make it easy nowadays for you to get weather information, basically wherever you are, whether that's watching television, if you are on the web, if you're on YouTube, if you are on our streaming apps. If you're not aware of that, Way 31 has a streaming app for instance, your Roku, your Amazon Fire Sticks. Just search for Way 31, you'll find that. And whenever we are live, either on air or here on just a digital stream, you're of course going to find that there on our streaming apps as well. So again, just trying to make it super easy. Cross-platform weather information from your trusted Way 31 Storm Tracker weather team. Quick look here at YouTube. Just a couple questions about locations. Wanting to know about Madison. So again, as we kind of wrap things up here, I'm going to do a couple things. We'll do a little radar tour. I'm going to show you some guidance, model information, and then we'll kind of wrap things up from here. We of course will be coming on air here at 4 o'clock. Meteorologist Amber Kulik will have your next weather update on air, and of course we will stream that newscast on our website and our news and weather apps as well. So if you're not at home in front of your TV, you can get it there on your devices as well. So again, here's the big picture with the radar 31 triple Doppler. We are tracking again an afternoon of scattered shower and thunderstorm activity here across North Alabama. We're kind of used to this at this point. It's been this way all week long. And I tell you what, it'll be this way tomorrow, and it'll be this way on Friday as well, even on into the weekend, although the rain and storm coverage likely will be a little bit less by Saturday and Sunday. But we're just kind of stuck in this pattern, and it's nothing unusual for this time of year. But let's zoom in a little closer. Again, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning that goes until 4:15. That is for this part of a line of storms coming in across mainly Colbert and northern Franklin County and into parts of southern Lauderdale County in the vicinity of Florence, Sheffield, Tuscumbia, and Muscle Shoals. Main threat, if we get anything severe weather-wise, is going to be for some strong wind gusts. A little bit difficult for storms to sustain themselves, and I will say since we've been on here about 15 minutes or so, the storm has kind of lost some of its intensity. So even though the warning goes until 4:15, and we've seen this a lot lately, is the National Weather Service, they've had to cancel some of these warnings early because the storms have kind of lost their structure and weakened. And again, same sort of setup here. It's going to be difficult, even though some of these warnings that are issued may come out for an hour in time. I think that it'll be hard-pressed for storms to actually maintain the intensity that's prompting the warnings for that length of time. So in general, if we get some more severe thunderstorm warnings, I'd say 30 minutes is probably going to be the tops before the storms kind of lose their structure and lose that potential to produce any severe weather. But again, the main threats we're going to be watching here, and I'm just going to track the main area of heavier downpours, which again is probably going to miss you folks in Russellville, but could make it through, could hold together long enough to bring in some heavier rain, maybe a little gusty wind for you folks around Florence, Muscle Shoals. Muscle Shoals area, 352, Florence, 353. Killen, if it holds together, 413, and to the Leeton area, probably won't still be a severe weather threat at that point, but that would be coming in around 417. Some wind gusts, most likely in the range of 30, 40 miles per hour. You know, outside shot, there could be something a little bit stronger than that. You saw the latest update there from the Weather Service. They've trimmed the warning, taken northern Franklin County out of it, so that's not surprising to me that they did that with the update. But again, some gusty wind, heavy rainfall, lightning activity has kind of come down a little bit, so that's a sign of weakening. And again, won't rule out some gusty wind, but that probably the main severe weather threat. There's not a tornado threat. That's, we rarely say zero, but I would say zero on a chance for a tornado. It's that sort of summer pattern usually does not support tornado potential out of that. So officially still a severe thunderstorm warning, but again, that storm is showing signs of weakening. We do have other strong storms here north and northwest of Florence. We've got our heavier storm here in Morgan County. Again, it's kind of weakened a little bit. There you see just, 10, 15 minutes ago, quite a bit of red. Now we've kind of lost some of that red. Still quite a bit of lightning, though. And there is going to be moderate to heavy rainfall coming in across Hartselle and Decatur. But again, that storm perhaps losing a little intensity. Off to northeast Huntsville into northeast Madison County. Again, some heavier storms here, nothing that's severe. Heavy rainfall, little lightning. And that's about it. And you head into Marshall County, west of Guntersville, north of Arab towards Union Grove, just outside of Lacey Spring. Again, some heavier thunderstorm activity as well. Going to do a quick little look here at some model data, and then we're going to, I think, kind of wrap things up here. So let me show you one of our short-range models and take you through the next few hours. Going to be a little off on the placement, just bear in mind when we show you these models, the models are guidance, they're not the gospel truth, they're not going to nail the details. as far as the precise placement or maybe the intensity of showers and storms, but it gives us a general idea. It gives us an idea as to when storms are going to start popping. This sort of pattern, it's very random where they develop and track on through, but it's going to tell us when they're going to start to pop, and it's going to show us also when we're likely to see a decrease. Typically in this sort of weather pattern, loss of daytime heating results in a loss of storm activity. So I think that's probably what we're going to see here with the latest update. But you can see between now and 5, 6 o'clock, showers and storms still kind of tracking through the area. We take you to 8 o'clock tonight. Notice the radar is starting to clear at that point. And then 9, 10 o'clock, likely back to mostly quiet weather. I will say we've been seeing in the data the last couple of days, you know, the general trend has been things die out in the evening, stay quiet through the next morning, and then pop back up again the following afternoon. We have been seeing, though, indications that there will probably be some rain that will come in parts of northern into central Alabama overnight tonight. So I'll just show you a look at that. You see this around 4 in the morning. Some stuff we're showing up in the models around Moulton down to Coleman. Again, maybe this is a little bit more to the north. Maybe it stays mostly to the south. But the bottom line is what the model data is saying is that there could be some late night shower and thunderstorm activity. Nothing that would likely to be severe at that point in time. But unlike the last few days where we've stayed pretty quiet all night long, that may be different heading into your Thursday. So there could be some early morning activity and then likely a lull towards midday Thursday. And then we'll likely see things pick back up again heading into your Thursday afternoon. So best advice, keep an umbrella handy. You're going to need that at times here in the next few days. Again, some severe weather, won't rule it out. Summertime storms, they can pack a punch. You know that if you've lived here long enough. Heavy rain, some gusty wind, mostly on the order of 30, 40 miles per hour, maybe a little bit stronger. Could be some localized flooding. We're not expecting that to be a widespread concern, and I know there may be a little anxiety about what has happened here in recent days with some flash flooding in other parts of the country. We're not necessarily seeing anything that would indicate anything like that happening in our area out of our particular weather pattern that we're in right now. But maybe some localized spots, you know, where you get the street flooding and a heavy downpour. Yeah, expect that. Where you get places where some of the ditches fill up if you have some heavy rainfall. Absolutely, that's will be something that we'll likely see. But as far as a widespread flood threat, any sort of significant flash flooding that would be particularly dangerous or catastrophic, we're just not seeing a setup for that around here. So I think we can rest easy knowing that that is likely not something that we're going to have to be concerned about. But again, just plan on keeping the rain gear handy. If you want to stay up to date, again, we'll have another update coming up here live on the TV side of things at 4 o'clock with meteorologist Amber Kulik. I'll be along at 5 and 6, and then also at 10 o'clock tonight with the latest forecast details. You can always check out the latest forecast on our website, waytv.com. Go to the weather section. Way 31 Storm Tracker weather app. You know, that's going to be your friend in this weather pattern, being that the showers and thunderstorms are just kind of randomly popping up. Can't necessarily tell you it's going to rain at your house at 3 o'clock tomorrow, but hey, if you've got the app, you can open it up, look around 3, see where the storms are popping up, and of course kind of track things from there to see if you are in line to get some rainfall. That's just going to be part of the pattern that we're in. There's not going to be a whole lot of rhyme or reason to where showers and storms develop and track through, but they are going to be scattered around the area again over the next couple of days. With that, we're going to go ahead and close things out here. Again, we will have latest info coming up as we head into our newscast at 4 o'clock. That, of course, will also stream on our website and on our streaming apps. Again, we'll keep an eye on storms. If anything, you know, else pops off that poses a severe weather threat, you can get those alerts on our app, and of course, that information also is always streaming on our website and across your TV screens as well. But again, Amber will be along at 4 o'clock on air with an update, and we'll keep you posted. Again, nothing really out of the ordinary, just your typical summertime thunderstorms. Sometimes those can be a little strong with the rain, the lightning, and some gusty wind. All right, with that, I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you coming up on Way 31 News at 5 o'clock.